So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been taking a quick look at CFL stars in the past, but this guy stands out for me because not only he helped the revival of the BC Lions system in the 1980s, he became one of the few players to play in the CFL and then be drafted in the NFL. Yes, it was possible back then. Of course, today we're going to be talking about the pride of Merced, California. The man, one of the most underrated wide receivers in CFL and NFL history, had moves to burn, just like Terry Greer, he's Toronto Argonaut counterpart of the decade, Swervin Mervin Fernandez. Now, Mervin L. Fernandez, nicknamed Swervin Mervin, is an American former pro football player who played wide receiver with the Lions in the CFL and the Raiders in the NFL. He was a two-time CFL All-Star in 84 and 85 and a member of the BC Lions Hall of Fame. In 2003, he was voted a member of the BC Lions All-Time Dream Team at the wide receiver position as part of the club's 50th anniversary celebration. In 2006, Fernandez was voted one of the CFL's top players, underrated at 42 on the league's modern era by Canadian Sports Network TSN. Now, Fernandez was a standout wide receiver for Andrew Hill High School in San Jose, where he picked up the famous nickname from his team's quarterback for his great moves. Now, following high school, he played at De Anza Junior College in Cupertino, California, before finishing his college career nearby San Jose State. It was at San Jose State that any Raiders staff members took notice of the 6'3", 205-pounder, and the Raiders eventually made Fernandez their 10th round pick in the 83 NFL draft. But get this. Round 10, 277, a steal for sure. But he spent his entire 6-year CFL career, which started in 82 to 86 and then back in 94 with the Lions. Fernandez joined the Lions in 82 and made an immediate impact, finishing his rookie season with over 1,000 receiving yards, 1,046, and helping the team to a 9-7 record. Fernandez won the CFL Western Division Most Outstanding Rookie Award and was a finalist for the CFL's Most Outstanding Rookie Award as well. After 2,000-yard seasons, he was a key component in the BC Lions Grey Cup title season of 1985, which actually got some coverage in Sports Illustrated. Fernandez finished the season with 95 catches and 1,727 yards for an 18.2 per reception average, along with, get this, 15 touchdowns, Jerry Rice-style numbers. Despite being injured and not playing in the game, following the Lions' 37-24 triumph over the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the 73 Grey Cup, Fernandez became the first line to win the CFL's Most Outstanding Player Award. Now, Fernandez, again, a two-time CFL All-Star in 84 and 85 and the BC Lions Wall of Fame member, was finally persuaded by Al Davis and the Raiders to head south and join the NFL following the 86 CFL campaign. Now, he spent his entire 6-year NFL career, 87 to 92, with the Raiders. Now, during that time, he played in 86 games and had 209 catches for 3,764 yards and 19 TDs. But he wasn't the primary receiver for the Raiders, but a good second and third round back, third down back, similar to like kind of a junior version of Fred Biletnikoff. Now, while Fernandez never made a Pro Bowl, he did leave his mark on the Raiders' record books. His 209 career catches are 10th most by any receiver in Raiders history. His 3,764 career yards ranks him number 8 all time. His 18.01 yards per catch average for his career is first among any receiver to wear the Raiders silver and black. In 88, Fernandez led NFL receivers in average yards per catch, an outstanding 26.0. Now, arguably, Fernandez's finest year was 89, when he made 57 catches for 1,069 yards and 9 touchdowns, leading all Raiders receivers in almost every major category and becoming the only 6th Raider to gain over 1,000 receiving yards in a season. Now, to my knowledge, he's one of the few players in combined CFL and NFL history to catch for 1,000 yards in a season in both associations. Now, he currently lives in Morgan Hill, California, and works in sales. He is also an avid sports fisherman. His son, Joe Fernandez, was a wide receiver at Fresno State University who tried out but failed to make the final roster of the Seahawks in 2007. Now, his induction in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, again 2009, made international headlines. Now, If you want to find out more of Swerve and Mervin, there's stories online on the TSN Top 50 CFL players. Of course, Doug Flutie was number one. And, of course, the BC Lions Dream Team story from bclions.com. Now, the idea about Swerve and Mervin. Let's put this in heavy perspective again here. 10th round pick, 83, by the Raiders. 277 overall. Again, a steal. 6'3", 205, always in great shape. Came back to the Lions in '94 after a big season with the Raiders towards the end. He won the Grey Cup in the 73rd Grey Cup and the 82nd Grey Cup winner, two-time CFL All-Star, Outstanding Player Award, and a Jackie Parker Trophy in '82. Again, NFL 209, 37, 64, 19, and in the CFL 400, 66, 90, 57. So, ladies and gentlemen, over 600 receptions, over 10,000 yards receiving, and 86 touchdowns. Now, he's obviously not going to make the NFL Hall of Fame, but you're looking at the best wide receivers of the 1980s into the 90s. He's definitely top 20. And it was so weird. Every time he would play in the first two seasons, you didn't know how to say much about him because he was a number 3 back with, wide receiver. Well, Los Angeles said, I played with the CFL, BC Lions and all that, and played in obscurity. He didn't play in obscurity. The BC stadium he played in would get 50, 60,000 fans. Swerve in, you would chant, eh? And you get a lot of people, and not to sound weird, that was where Pamela Anderson was discovered, by the way, at a BC Lions game, I think, where he played in. So he's had an impact on entertainment quite some way. But like I said, a very soft-spoken guy. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him, and he's never really been negative about his former teammates, his former teams. But all those great Raider teams of the 80s and 90s, it just goes to show that Mervin was one player he didn't have to worry about, because just like Jerry Rice with the 49ers, you could depend on him. But my God, I remember his first game in the NFL, boys. I was so proud of him, because at the time, ladies and gentlemen, the CFL had as many good stars as the NFL, because we know Warren Moon had jumped as well, and a few other players. But my God, ladies and gentlemen, I look at the CFL of the 80s and 90s. What a glory time it was for great runners, receivers, good defense, and again, playing in those big stadiums in Toronto, Skydome, Olympic Stadium, out in BC, the CFL was rocking. Hopefully with Pelado buying the Montreal Alouettes, we'll have a new glory era, because I really think the CFL needs to be publicized more than any XFL and any proposed team in the States. CFL football gives a chance to the college players that can't make it in the States or couldn't make it a chance to excel. And it's a league without color. It doesn't matter if you're black, blue, purple, or whatever, you're going to get a chance in the CFL. Talk about our Chuck Ely podcast and the different stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a story of the excellence of execution. Just like Bret Hart, Marvin Fernandez. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't forget, super chats are also honored. And don't forget, requests are always appreciated and always highly considered. Have a good one. Bye.